Okay, we've got our pre-spray down, we've agitated a little bit with a broom and brush. Now all we got to do is start extracting. Now, a very important thing to know about this carpet does not have enough soap in it. We pre-sprayed lightly. There's a lot of carpets out there. Commercially, it's probably about 80% of them that have way too much soap in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soap up an area, and I'm going to get this machine to choke down on soap. And I'll show you how to solve the problem when there's too much soap in the carpet, what you can do to protect the machine. Okay, I'm going to take some concentrated chemical. I don't recommend you doing this. It's just for demonstration. I'm just going to pour some of it on the carpet. And what I want you to do, I'm going to suck that up. I'm going to flush it out of the carpet, but I want you to listen to the RPMs on the vacuum motor in this machine. You will hear the RPMs go down. What has happened there is we had way too much soap and the machine choked down on soap. That's the reason for the defoamer in the bottle. So what I do, I just turn my vacuum motor on. And then I hit this switch here and then suck the defoamer right into that recovery tank. Okay, using the defoaming system, by hitting this button, it sucks that defoamer into that recovery tank, killing that soap. And so now we can clean. As far as the hoses, when you're operating the machine, you need to remember you can change the side of the handle that the hoses hang on. That's very important. In general, what you want to do with the hoses is work away from them. If you're, like right now, I'm working the machine this way, I'm taking passes going away from my hoses. Now if the hoses do start getting under my feet, I don't want to start using one hand, you know, and holding the hoses with the other. The important thing is to keep both hands on the handle and work the hoses with your feet. So if you're working away from your hoses and you can see the hoses at the same time, that's the best way to handle the hoses. It usually takes about a week for somebody to get used to working with the hoses. But the key is to, first of all, remember you can switch sides. Like if I want to turn the machine this way and start cleaning, making my passes going this way, just swing it over. Work away from the hoses. Okay, we've been through the operation of the machine. Remember, it's very important, especially in the commercial markets, when you see your view chambers at the front of the machine coming up pure white, just full of soap, use this defoamer. If not, you will hear the machine, the RPMs of that vacuum motor go down, and you'll see soaps. A lot of soap shooting out. That is very unhealthy for the vacuum motor, so make sure you use defoamer. Okay, now you're all done cleaning, and the last thing you still have some water in the recovery tank, so to get that water out, all you have to do is tilt the machine to the right. battery tank when empty. Once you hear the change in the RPMs of that discharge pump, you don't want to keep pumping, trying to pump all the water out of your hoses, because that pump is not made to pump dry. And so, but you've emptied your tank, you're ready for your next job, and all you have to do now is disconnect your hoses from your sink and roll your hoses on top of the machine. Okay, when you're disconnecting your hoses from the sink, with your drain hose, all you got to do is shut the valve. With your pressure hose, go ahead and shut your water all the way off. Shut your valve. Unscrew it off the sink fitting. And then remember, you're still pressurized on this part of the valve, so open that valve, release that pressure, and close that valve. If you ever get to where it's really hard to roll your hoses up, you've probably forgot to release that pressure off your pressure line. All you got to do is remove your sink fitting, put the aerator back on, and you're ready to go. Okay, hooking up the stair tool assembly. Now with the stair tool assembly, you can clean with one hand, with one cleaning head. There's a cleaning head for furniture, and then you get a cleaning head for stairs. The difference being the cleaning head for the stairs has a much bigger spray jet. Okay, to hook your stair tool assembly to your machine, all you have to do is remove the window, put in the stair tool window. There's another one of those brass quick connects. You just pull down on the sleeve, snap it in. And here is the head for doing furniture. You just zoom in with the cuff. Sleeve fit, brass quick connect. You're ready to go. All you got to do is turn your vacuum motor on. Okay, remember earlier we talked about the spotter. It can also be used as a furniture tool or a furniture cleaner. You just take a trigger spray and you mist it. You just lightly mist it on the cushion. It's a pretty dirty cushion here. If you got a little nice nylon, soft nylon bristle brush, it's would be a good idea on something like this to agitate it in. We're going to have one now, so we'll just do it without it. It's a good idea to give a little bit of dwell time. Just turn on your vacuum. It's light. Okay, I'm just snapping the head. We don't have any stairs. I'm snapping the head for the stairs, so I'll just show you. I wish you could use this on furniture. It's got too much water flow. But we'll show you. Snap it in. You'll see the difference there. I mean, this little 4-inch wide wand puts out as much water as most truck